What?
Someone that can play Omega Strikers competently.
Please? That would be actually the best birthday gift ever.
What if it's me, though, and I just incessantly bully you the entire time?
How would that make this any different than tonight?
I don't bully Oni.
He's actually the only one that doesn't.
Okay. So, scenario. I actually turn out to be a world-class Omega Strikers player.
I don't believe you.
Okay. But I'm definitely one of the highest ranked players. I'm like, yo, you should be my teammate. But here's the rules. I get to refer to you as my baby boy bottom boyfriend.
.exe has suffered a fatal error.
I'm gonna need some proof.
You're gonna need some proof. I don't know. I'm not that good. I ain't that good, Chief.
It's fine. This is what happened in the open beta. I just have to do it again.
Yeah, true. That's one of the things
I was tasting platinum and then it just got smoked.
Yeah, was it like a skill ceiling or just bad matchups?
It wasn't any of that. It was literally my teammates are stupid.
Yeah, that's what I meant, like bad matchups.
They just were bad players. They didn't know how to play the game. I don't know how they got the gold.
Luck of the draw. All right, what is the Chris? You're an odds type person. What is the over/under count for strawberry shortcake ice cream cones that I eat tonight? Okay, well, apparently none for you. You're fucking dying of the plague.
I don't think I have an over/under because I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what are the odds of you eating them out of your freezer?
Yeah,
What are the
yeah.
odds
Like
of them appearing in
what's?
your house?
No, I was gonna melt them down on the floor and lick them off the ground like a fucking feral animal.
I wouldn't put it past you.
Listen, what Mistress doesn't know doesn't hurt her. Nah, I don't know. Shelby brought some home
I'm
and they're
fairly
delicious.
sure that's Shy's philosophy.
Yeah. Eris von Horsecock.
And yet I survived.
Surprising nobody.
Did you tell her that?
Oh, not only did I tell her that, but Ghost went to her stream and called her that.
You said I should, so I did.
I did. And you did.
And he isn't banned?
No.
No. And I'm still alive.
I'm impressed. Good work, you two.
The only thing more Linux user than searching Twitter for keywords just to tell strangers to switch to Linux is the hour-and-a-half of troubleshooting you have to do beforehand to get the Wi-Fi working. I forgot what a banger this opening theme is.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Dun, 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 dun. You should do a kazoo version of it, Oni. That'll be like your big breakthrough.
Why me? I don't play the kazoo.
Motherfucker,
Let's have it, you.
Listen, I'm not requesting a fucking entire sonata on like a double bassoon. It's a fucking kazoo. You breathe into it.
I don't have a kazoo. I have a saxophone though. I could do it on saxophone.
Ayo, which one though?
I got the wrong kind. I got an alto one.
Ah, dog. Tenor and baritone gang over here. Used to lug that bitch around with me in 5th grade. That shit weighed more than I did.
Damn.
That you were lugging around a bus
Oh, hey,
to
Sharky
see
finally
shit.
made it.
I've been here, dude.
Well,
Yeah.
fucking
Fourth time
speak
I've
up.
said something.
Speak up, Mumbles.
No, we don't use that anymore.
Move closer to the microphone.
I'm on top of the microphone.
Good. You should be a fist length away from it.
No, you told me to move closer, so I'm damn near swallowing the thing now.
All right. It should be like a fist distance, and if we can't hear you, you need to add some gain.
The gain is already at 11, my dude.
We need to get you a fet head or a cloud lifter.
There's one plugged into this mic.
God damn, son. All right.
I will send you a picture later if you want to see.
I will
Anyway,
convene. Fet heads are fucking awesome. It's an inline preamp that goes in between the XLR cable and the actual microphone. They're fabulous, especially if you don't want to deal with the additional cost of a cloud lifter and more wires and cables and shit. Anyway, we good to go?
Yeah.
I'm good to go.
All right, spin to win. It is that time once again. Everybody remember to spay and neuter your pets as we introduce our furry cast. First of all, it's Lania.
Oh, hey, I'm first of all. Hi, I am Lani Ikea. I am off of my vacay button, more or less. This week I will be doing Star Ocean, second to last stream of Star Ocean Divine Force. I will be hopefully starting Honkai Star Rail or Hong Kong Whale Star, something like that. And I will be launching my first nuke in Fallout 76. So definitely check me out. I do RPGs and RPG long plays and things like that.
Maybe not a furry, but I guess a scaly or a finny. I don't know what they're called. It's a little sharky.
I am none of those things.
For sure.
Prove it.
Prove it.
Oh my god, I forgot to show you.
I don't know what Shelby's going to show or how it clarifies my status.
Forgot
But
but forgot me.
Pics or it happened.
anyway, hi, I'm Sharky. I'm old. I came out of retirement recently.
It's a horror.
I'll be playing Sword Art Online during Anime Speedrun Fest this weekend. So if you feel like watching a speedrun that starts at 11:30 at night based on anime, come hang out. It'll be on Speed Gaming. Otherwise, I'm old. I'm here to have fun, and don't trust whatever Chris is selling you.
I do have to get up for a quick announcement. I have live footage of Little Sharky. If I could direct your attention to the ferret cam. This is affectionately known as a hork.
I have no idea what he's putting us all in for. I do not remember posing for that. Why does it? Oh my!
I love it! I love it!
Yeah, I got nothing. That's pretty fucking cool. Nice job, Shelby.
Neither hork nor hawk, or a huck, a hork and a huck, neither of those It is, however, the internet's fastest Omega Strikers player. It's Oni Heart.
Yeah. Listen, my brain has been turned to Play-Doh over the course of today. Yeah, so playing Omega Strikers. Next stream probably gonna be Omega Strikers. I'm gonna be playing Omega Strikers all week. I think I'm probably gonna play that silly idol, that HoloLive fan-made fighting game. What's it called?
Holocure?
Honkai Star Rails?
No. What? No. It's called Idol Showdown. There you go. Idol Showdown.
No, there you go.
Maybe I'll play that. I already found a character that resonates with me being a jackass in fighting games. But anyway, yeah, other than that, it's trying to grab the plat in Omega Strikers this week. That's the goal for this week.
It's all goal. Speaking of Play-Doh, their mom no longer lets them have any. It's Shy.
Well, I mean, I only ate that tiny little bit, but then again,
I think it was the forming it into a pocket pussy that kind of sent it over the edge.
A little.
No, that wasn't like in your own time. It's cool, but like not during Thanksgiving dinner.
True. Then again, hi, I am Shy. I play video games. I stream. I do my solo thing, and I also star opposite the wonderful Benui next to me, Lani aka AI. I play stuff like Final Fantasy XIV, Stardew Valley. Might be introducing something new on my next stream. I don't know. It depends on how long it takes me to hammer it out. But yeah, got at least one stream coming up this week. Thinking it'll be either 14 or Stardew, and also have to. Are we still doing Wednesday?
Wednesday is tabletop.
Occupy Mars?
Oh, right. Hi, I'm also doing a thing for Occupy Mars launching on Wednesday. Thank you, Shy.
This is why she keeps me around.
Remember. Last but not least. Oh, do you have anything else?
Nope, that's all.
Last but not least, already melancholy and depressed that I'll be gone for 2 weeks. It's Chris Rees.
Yeah, who am I gonna bully? Seriously.
Fucking dick. You owe it to yourself.
Hi, my name is Chris Rees. I'm a variety streamer and the leader of the raid group Blitz in Final Fantasy XIV. That's about it. I don't have anything new or interesting that I want to announce yet.
Avid MX-5 driver.
This is true. I do like that car. You are, Imp.
Hey! Well, there we go. Introductions aside, we'll thank Capcom for their questionable judgment, I guess. But continue on. I believe the last time we were here, we were dealing with Sholmes and, that guy in the Wax Museum.
You know that guy, the one.
I forget his name. Hold on. It is Enoch Drebber. And we were dealing.
Methuselah?
Something like that. I'm more interested in Dr. Mommy. She's a nice lady. Anyway.
I forget exactly who was doing Sholmes yet last time.
Young Imp, you are.
I think I was doing it last one, but I don't remember whose part it was or if I was covering something.
It was normally me.
I think historically it's either been you or me, Oni.
Yeah.
I don't know who else is in this scene, or if you want to take it, or if you want to chop things up.
I'm down. I'm down for it unless anybody has objections.
Fire away.
Go for it.
I believe I told you a little about the professor yesterday, did I not? He took the lives of 5 victims, everyone being either a member of this aristocracy or royalty. All were attacked by an enormous hunting hound and had their throats ripped from their bodies.
Am I still on Susato, or would somebody else like it?
Yes.
I'm not going to take it back from either of you ladies. So go ahead.
Jai, it's you.
Oh gosh, in Enormous Town? How awful.
After taking the life of his 5th victim, the killer was apprehended. It was a case of unprecedented magnitude in Britain, you understand. Accordingly, the professor was tried as a closed court, closed court. No members of the public were permitted.
Everybody ignores me. A closed court? So you mean that the professor's identity?
As you surmised, my dear fellow, his identity was never made public.
It's Sholmes.
Naturally, he was found guilty and was summarily sentenced to death by hanging. He was buried in a grave at Lowgate Cemetery, which adjoins the real prison where he had been held. However, that was not the end of the affair.
Necrophilia!
Oh,
The very night he was buried, the convicted man came back to life.
Came back to life?
Wake me up inside.
Clawed his way out of the ground and emerged into the moonlit graveyard. The exhibit here depicts that very scene as described by the sole witness to those chilling events.
There's a witness?
But of course, my dear fellow, he was none other than the young man in the white overcoat.
The guy without a hand? Enoch Drebber? He saw it happen?
He's a very, very believable witness. Trust us.
Yeah. Source, trust me, bro. So, this is a waxwork model of Enoch Drebber?
10 years ago, the convicted professor, having been gibbeted and buried, emerged from his grave in the dead of night. The sole witness to that unimaginable scene was this young man. From appearances, I would say he was about 20 years old.
it's so horrifying.
Scared out of his wits, the young Drebber ran to a nearby police station to report the incident.
Why does he have a shovel?
You know, just trying to look for some...
Ah,
Can you dig it?
He was just doing some innocent grave robbing, as was the custom at the time.
Yeah, treasure hunting.
Come on. Stop.
Careful now, if you treasure hunt, people will call you a thief.
And the sheer terror of what he'd seen is said to have turned his hair white overnight.
yeah, as shown in the photograph we have of him. His hair is completely white.
For the following few days, the story of what he'd seen was on every front page in the capital. The public was frantic for every last detail about the killer who'd come back to life. As you've seen, an exhibit was even created here at Madame Tuspel's.
I can quite understand why the man's hair turned white, certainly. What I don't understand is what Mr. Trevor was doing in the first place. Along the graveyard, in the middle of the night.
Yeah. What was he up to?
The professor's acts of terror threw London's upper classes into complete panic 10 years ago. It was a great scandal, one might say, at the very highest levels of society. And since the killer's identity was never made public, rumors abounded. After all, no killer had ever before systematically employed a dog as a weapon of murder.
Yeah, I can imagine the impact the case must have had.
But in time, of course, the rumors abated. So too did talk of the shocking witness account of the convict who came back to life. It was forgotten, dismissed as a dubious ghost story, as a preposterous parlor tale.
But why did people stop believing it?
Why? Simply because there was no resurrection to speak of, as was established in fact.
What do you mean by no resurrection?
The police investigated the grave in Lowgate Cemetery and published their findings. The convict's body was found to be buried exactly where it had been following the execution.
No. But how could Mr. Trevor must have lied to the police and the newspapers?
That would appear to be the only logical explanation, yes. The young man subsequently vanished from society and nothing has been heard of him since. It's rather striking, then, that he should resurface now, don't you think?
Of course the convicted murderer couldn't really have come back to life. That's not possible. But Trevor's hair is unusually white. And if that really did happen overnight as a result of shock, it's hard to believe the incident was an out-and-out lie.
This must be the killer, the fiend known as the Professor.
Yeah, I think so. According to what Madame Tuspel said, he killed 5 victims, all of noble or royal blood.
What? The waxwork is so lifelike, isn't it? Like all the models in this place.
I know. It looks like it could start moving at any moment, doesn't it? If only it had a head, that is. Perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail.
So this is the condemned man.
Yes, the so-called Professor.
Then perhaps his head was chopped off by a guillotine. Unable to find peace, he emerged from his grave as a headless ghost.
Do we have to entertain such terrifying ideas, Miss Susato? Anyway, I'm sure the model had a head once. There's a metal fitting for it. See?
Then perhaps Mr. Schnaub's absentmindedly forgot to reattach it.
That's an extremely absent-minded detective you're describing, isn't it?
Or perhaps the thief absentmindedly forgot to include the head when he or she returned to the museum.
And that would be an extremely absent-minded thief. Could there have been some reason why only the head wasn't returned? Well, whatever the reason, it means we don't know what the face of the infamous professor looked like, do we? Oh! There's something caught just inside the convict's jacket here. It looks like a piece of broken glass, and quite a big piece, too.
It's very thick, isn't it? About 5 times thicker than normal window glazing, I'd say.
That's what she said. Where could such a
No.
Where could such a thick piece of glass have come from, I wonder?
I can
suppose
neither
most-
confirm nor deny.
I suppose it must have been made thick to increase its strength.
You know, that's been a CIA turn of phrase since literally, like, the 60s. It was
I
a...
believe.
It was, I forget, I actually read up on the origins of it. It was like, the CIA got called into court for something, like, whatever the precursor, like, the Freedom of Information Act was, and, like, the dude up on the stand was just like, I can neither confirm nor deny. And the judge was like, all right, that works for me. It's settled. And they've literally stuck with that excuse for, like, 70 years now. But why?
Well, perhaps. Because the glass had to span a particularly wide area. Such as a big building, for example.
Ah, well, we've seen a large glass building recently, haven't we? And some of the glass was broken too. What a coincidence.
You don't mean...
Exactly. The Crystal Tower at the Great Exhibition.
Why would glass from the Crystal Tower be lodged within this waxworks jacket?
I don't know. It makes you think, doesn't it? The piece of broken glass has been entered into the court record. Earlier in court, we established that the kinesis experiment was a trick. And now we discover this fragment of glass here in this waxwork? Is it just a coincidence?
What the bleeding Nora? Nora! Odo! What have you gone and done?
Gina, what are you doing here?
I asked Iris, and she said this is where you'd be, so...
Tina, that's allowed in the museum!
Madam Tispels will have you take a position as a waxwork if you're not careful.
I think there might be a more pressing concern.
I still had some flash powder left from 6 months ago, so...
Alright, Gina, we understand. But please, down the gun.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got scared.
That defense won't hold up in court. You should try being the one on the other end of the barrel. So, what brings you here, Gina?
I think the I'm a copper defense will hold up in court. What brings me here? What you think?
Shooting minorities?
Typically. We found it. We found the Dodgy Cov's workshop.
What? You found Drebber's workshop?
And a puppy.
And a puppy.
Yep, Toby's nose took me straight there. The boss and others are heading over there now in a drag, so come on.
Wait, Gregson's in a dress? I have to see this.
Let's go.
It's a raid!
Here's the address. I got both to write it out.
Yo, what up, Foud? How was your time as a cult leader?
Oh, thank you, Gina. We'll make our way there at once.
Yo, what's up, Cork?
All right then. See you
Welcome,
there.
welcome. You killed them all? Hell yeah. Jim Jones style, baby. I'm so proud of you.
You go. Don't mind me. I'll just stay here, being still.
Bye, Felicia. What? Oh, and Grimora died? Damn.
I know my place.
Are you gonna revive them?
In the exhibit over there.
Oh dear, someone is feeling sorry for himself.
Attaboy. No regrets. I sometimes have good questions. What's up, Wisconsin, man? Let's go, Mr. Sholmes. You're coming.
Your words hearten me, I must say. But if I were to shirk my duties here, Madame would have me pay monetary recompense, and Iris's dinner plate would be...
Forget that. I'll pay for everything. No, I won't. Broke as fuck.
The Wu-Tang is for
Horrible
children.
advice.
Then there's not a moment to lose, my dear fellow. I shall hail a carriage at once.
Hurrah! Have you thought about starting an actual fight club, Foud? It's a good idea. No offer to share the cost for Mr. Sholmes, then.
I shall gladly pay half, Mr. Naruhodo.
Cool, your dad's rich. Thank you, Mrs. Sato. Right. Let's go. Anyway, I'm glad you had fun doing some cult leader activities. I'm proud of you.
23rd October in a Grevers warehouse or workshop.
We all got the I can't reads tonight, huh?
Yeah.
A mouthful of words. That looks like...
Oh, it's another super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine.
You have a basement? Put it to use.
Indeed, it would appear so, though only a prototype, naturally.
All right, Chris, we either got buttered popcorn or rotten egg.
I hope it's rotten egg.
Yeah, it's definitely rotten egg. That doesn't taste great. Oh well.
So you got in then?
It tastes how pond water smells. Not great.
Gina, well done for finding this place. And in such little time, you've really worked miracles.
Yeah, I've had them before.
It's not great.
It's Toby who's the miracle worker. I have definitely given Gregson
What?
enough, so whoever wants Gregson.
What happened to his face?
Well, whoever does Gregson has to do all of their lines with their eyes closed in order to properly fit the character.
Yep.
Chris or Sharky, one of you guys.
What do you think, Chris?
All right.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you lot would show up before long.
Hello, Inspector. That is one wickedly knitted brow. He looks like he's eating a lemon, not a bag of fish and chips.
So, Inspector, is there any sign of the engineer?
Sadly not. We didn't find a soul in here.
Oh, what a shame.
Did you try kindling the bonfire?
No, but I tried touching grass.
It's overrated, isn't it? Well, thank you for letting us know about this place and giving us a chance to investigate.
According to what Gina tells me, we only found it thanks to the clue that you lot turned up. I wouldn't want to, say, go to Paris with a debt of gratitude unpaid now, would I?
Thank you.
Anyway, if you're hoping to snoop around in here, I'd get cracking. Lord Van Zeeks and the forensic investigation team are on the way here as we speak.
Them again?
I imagine you've got the picture by now. They don't take too kindly to lawyer types.
Right.
So then, my dear fellow, let's turn this place upside down whilst we have the chance.
And you, Holmes.
Pardon?
They take even less kindly to great detectives than they do to lawyers.
Very droll, Gregson, very droll. Which you may consider me nothing more than an inconspicuous waxwork model.
Right. Well, then, let's see what we can find in here.
Gregson's ass!
I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo. That machine is covered by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. There would be serious repercussions if you were to examine it from the Crown and the government.
Well, those two don't seem to be holding back.
It's quite hollow inside. No working parts or devices, deception to be seen, my dear fellow.
No loose change dropped on the floor, nothing. Not even a bone for Toby, oh, dear fellow.
British people are very much ruled by their own ideals, aren't they?
Yeah, wait until they figure out immigration.
I think that's just these two, Miss Susato. What? Thank you.
Ah, this appears to be most interesting. Yes, most interesting indeed, wouldn't you say?
It's an impressive looking back massager, that's for sure. I've no doubt that if you hit your shoulders a few times with that, your aches and pains will soon go away.
It's a Royal Society trophy for excellence in science. A young scientist could wish for no higher honor.
Ah!
Would you like a massage?
Oh, wow. If I say yes, are you gonna make it weird?
Yes.
No?
It's a raid!
That's too bad.
Oh, thanks, Foud. What kind of vinegar am I drinking? Welcome in, Raiders. No, I'm fine, thank you. I had no idea it was such a grand thing. Everybody, Lumi's here. Tell her that her boyfriend's really tall and attractive. 2-minute break. I have to go get vinegar.
I've been told.
Anyway, yeah, give me 1 sec. I have to go grab vinegar for Foud. If anyone needs a beverage or a snack, now's the time. Go.
Man,
Yeah,
that's a
can you
rough
get me something?
redeem.
I'm on it.
Drinking vinegar.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
Amen.
I know my ass
glasses.
There's a lot of things that are good for you that I will not eat.
That's fair. I mean, not the stuff Kios is drinking because it doesn't have any live cultures. Yeah, you can still hear me, but they can't.
Apple cider vinegar.
I need something to wash down the taste of apple cider vinegar and rotten egg jelly bean. But welcome in, RoboCop. Lumi, how was stream? How was Final Fantasy V?
It made me want like a strawberry banana smoothie or something delicious to drink.
Vinegar.
No.
Oh,
Tell me why.
I thought that was a good idea.
I literally just came back to Oni saying no, and I have no idea what he's denied.
No, I'm not gonna get vinegar to drink. That's what it was.
I got ice cream.
Yeah, give me some of that.
Can I
Come
have
on
some
over,
ice
buddy.
cream?
Yeah, y'all just come on over.
All right.
Yeah, it'll be maybe give me like 18 hours. It's a long car ride.
Bet. Let's go. Hey, you gotta look out for your friends, right?
Yeah. That ice cream's gonna be gone by the time.
Well, I'm not gonna leave it sitting out. I'm just gonna eat some of it and put it back in the freezer.
Yeah, no, FF5 has a few
You
of
got
those.
time, my dude.
All right, I have returned. Is everyone else back?
I have ice cream.
Yeah, I was ahead of time. Chris, you fucking forked up. Chris, what the fuck?
What?
Chris has a ferret now.
Oh, do I need to... Hold on.
Oh, no, sorry. I was trying to execute on the thing you told me to do, but it's taken forever, and now it's broken.
Yeah, you fucking broke it. That's excellent.
Yeah, I really broke it. Don't give me a second.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ. Anyway, RoboCop reminds me that Author Blues still has a running, I'm pretty sure it's still running, a running bounty for anyone that can get a game into GDQ on the Soulja Boy console. $1,000.
The Soulja Boy console.
Yes. Before he was cease and desisted into fucking oblivion, he released basically what was a RetroPie with his branding on it that had a bunch of like bootleg ROMs. And I think it was called the Soulja Boy console or something like that. I forget what it was. It was listen, this was a you had to be one of those you had to be there moments. You respect the balls? It wasn't balls. It was just sheer fucking ignorance. See this? We're waiting for someone. I did not break anything. This is not my fault. Chris broke it. This music's jammer though.
All right, fine. We'll just go back to this, and I won't do the meme.
Well, there you go. Couldn't figure it out, huh?
No, I can. I'm just not willing to put the level of effort in because it keeps like fucking adding black as a background color when there's no background color to the image.
Well, that's why you just run it through a fucking background remover. Shoutouts to Lunapic.
So Oni,
Good night, Lumi.
Huh?
I want you to know that I
Some-
found something
enjoy
on
crawling up
Amazon
your step
called
stool into bed.
Handheld Game console.
Thanks for the raid.
Portable Retro video game 2-player battle Soldier Boy Wi-Fi game console.
Good night, Lumi.
$110.
That's actually a steal.
It really is, because the Soldier Boy console was $400, it looks like.
Yeah, on release it was quite pricey. Anyway, I had no idea it was
Hot and
such a...
chip.
Jesus.
I think it's becoming increasingly clear. But there's much more to this Mr. Enoch Drebber than conjuring tricks.
I couldn't agree more, my dear madam. And how about you, Mr. Naruhodo? Wouldn't you like to take it with you? For your tired shoulders, of course.
He's not going to let that go, is he?
It's curious though, isn't it? You would expect such an important trophy to be proudly on display somewhere, not haphazardly cast aside. English gentlemen can be quite a mystery at times.
The science trophy has been entered into the court record. This door doesn't want to open.
Yeah, looks like it's got a pretty hefty lock on
There's a specialist locksmith on the way from the yard, so hands off till he gets here.
We're not going to let the pickpocket and thief deal with it? Okay.
No. I can't see that she's a pickpocket and thief. I've got my eyes closed.
With permission, Inspector, I could have that lock open in less than a minute.
He's going to kick the door down.
Well, you don't have permission, and no one's given it to you.
Gregson looked as though he really enjoyed that.
Well, there's no sound of anybody on the other side.
No, Trevor must have fled at the first sign of danger.
Would be really useful to have that cat flap-o-matic, wouldn't it?
True. This is... It's a European-style quiver of arrows with steel bolts inside.
Oh, do you suppose?
That I know way too much about archery?
Crossbow bolts. These. Just the right size for the bow you turned up at the exhibition ground.
In other words...
Yup, there's even more evidence to support your theory. It all goes to show that Trevor was the one pulling the strings behind the scenes of the whole scam.
The details of the crossbow have been updated in the court record. Okay.
Oh,
Is something wrong, Miss Susato?
well, I thought I heard a noise from the far side of that door. Well, Gina, did you hear it too?
Yeah, I heard it, no? What you reckon, Toby? Probable cause?
Right, mind the grease.
What, from your fish and chips?
Yeah. Whoever's in there, open up. This is Scotland Yard.
Oh my, someone is in there.
Or was.
Was.
Ah, this rotten, bleeding lock.
My dear Gregson, as I said only minutes ago,
No.
if only it were countenanced, I could unlock that door in less than a minute.
Fine, I'll take the rap for it. Just get us through that blasted door.
There. You may enter, Edward.
You've confused minutes with seconds, I think.
Time is of the essence, I feel. What are we waiting for?
Nothing for it, I suppose. This is an emergency.
There's a strong possibility that beyond that door, here's the engineer you all seek. Be prepared for action, my dear fellow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's a bomb.
What? What's happened in here? Why is everything upside down?
Ain't no one in here after all.
But there must be. It was only moments ago that we heard those noises.
Maybe that was the sound of Drebber running away.
But there's only one door into this room.
And no windows that could afford an escape route. Those skylights are too high.
There's shoe prints on the ceiling. What's that up there? Are they footprints on the ceiling?
Well, Gregsy.
I don't do that except for tier 3 subscribers, Gregson.
Oh me, what have we here then?
I'm just gonna ignore the bomb in the middle of the fucking room.
Yeah.
Looks like someone was trying to burn something up in a hurry.
Oh, that looks like a set of blueprints.
To what?
For that Professor Hairbrain's army machine, is it? Blimey, if we'd had these, there would have been no need to muck about trying to investigate all that scrap metal.
There's something of a great interest here, too. This rope was lying on the floor at the foot of that pillar.
A rope? What's significant about that?
Never mind. You see, but you do not observe, Mr. Naruhodo.
Hmm?
We must investigate the entire room thoroughly. And before the forensic investigation team arrive too.
No one's gonna mention the bomb.
Nope.
Okay.
That's a very large safe. I don't suppose even Mr. Sholmes could open that lock. Although, if you were a thief, you could just steal the entire thing, I suppose.
It's bolted to the floor to prevent exactly that sort of underhand trick, Mr. Naruhodo.
It's a gun safe. Well then, you could just steal the floor as well, I suppose.
I'm sorry, but you really aren't making any sense at all.
Nah.
Anyway, I think we can agree that whatever's inside must be very important.
Well, I'm just gonna go with the T-Rex defense. I can't see it. It can't see me.
There's no denying it, is there? They're footprints.
Yes, it would appear so. And I simply can't imagine how they came to be there.
Isn't there a Susato shoot-up or something? That's back at the opium den, Chief. Like a Susato takedown, I mean.
I'm no Wonder Woman, Mr. Naruhodo.
That would make her almost superhuman, I suppose. That's a really lovely model. It looks just like a real flying balloon.
I think it's probably staying aloft in the same principle as a full-size balloon, using gas.
A green flying balloon. It does have the hallmarks of that amazing deception at the Great Exhibition, doesn't it? Could it be that the whole thing was planned here in this very workshop? Just gonna continue ignoring it.
Almost every piece of furniture is upside down.
Even Mr. Sholmes' suite isn't ever in this much of a mess.
You're in no position to comment on mess, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, blow me. But I suppose it's not quite the same thing, is it? I mean, it's not messy in here per se. It's that everything is literally upside down.
But why?
The room rotated, I don't know. Mr. Sholmes, have you found something?
Ah, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, in point of fact, something rather fascinating. What do you make of this thing you've been trying to ignore this whole time?
Let's see. I've never seen anything like it before. It looks like a bundle of thick cigars wrapped up in a large watch to me.
Ah!
Miss Susato, what's the matter?
That's a... Sure, that's a time bomb, isn't it?
What? What did you say?
Time bomb?
Sorry, but what is a time bomb exactly?
Eh?
You truly are one of a kind, Mr. Naruhodo.
I won't take that as a compliment.
You don't know nothing, do ya, Odo?
You haven't got a clue what it is either, have you, Gina?
I invite you to consult a dictionary later, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, you don't think we have the time now?
But this particular specimen is no time bomb, though I confess it has very similar appearance.
Oh, is it a depth charge?
Oh, well, thank goodness. But then, what is it?
A regular bomb?
I was about to say that. I see. So that's it.
Goodness, Mr. Sholmes, have you seen to the heart of the matter?
There are times when I consider my lot most unfair. For I'm fated to never know how it feels to flounder as you do when a puzzle presents itself.
You know, we can take this outside if you want.
I highly encourage taking it outside, actually.
But I have learnt to accept the hardships that come with being a great detective, Mr. Sato.
Here we go. I feel a great deduction coming.
Once again, I can draw two conclusions from the scene we see before us. The first,
All right, for those of you at home that haven't been through this, if you smoke hallucinogenic things, now's a great time to get started, so this all makes sense. And away we go.
is that the inverted nature of the furniture in this room is the work of Drebber himself.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Oh, but how could you?
It's his workshop.
And the second conclusion is that small device on the floor is, without question, completely genuine.
Please, Mr. Sholmes, you must explain everything.
Didn't you just say that it was not completely genuine?
No, I think you just said that is a time bomb, so I don't know why we're still standing here like idiots. Anyway,
What's a bomb?
it's a bomb.
No, what's a bomb?
Oh, what's a bomb? I don't know.
Sounds abominable.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Thanks, Obama.
It would be a pleasure. After all, here's a great detective's civic duty to teach Scotland Yard the finer points of the trade.
Well, Inspector Gregson seems delighted with the idea anyway.
Oh, you deflected the inspector's glare with such forthrightness there, Mr. Sholmes. Well done.
You're too kind, my dear madam. I hereby dedicate this great deduction to you.
Wow.
Kindly stand just there, Miss Susato.
Oh, yes, I'd be delighted.
So, shall we begin?
God, no.
Once again, Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular.
I'm not high enough for this. Topic 1. Flip furniture.
It's plain to see that this room is in complete disarray. The bed, the table and chairs, the lamp, everything is upside down. Almost as if every item in the room had, until recently, been happily positioned on the ceiling, before falling straight down onto the floor.
Every item in the room was on the ceiling. Are you suggesting that?
Indeed. The key here is gravity. It would appear that technology has at last succeeded in freeing us from the great pull of Earth. For the gravity in this room was reversed and then suddenly restored to normality. The inverted furniture clearly reveals the truth about the part of gravity played in this whole business. I quite understand your skepticism, Miss Susato. I too was incredulous at first. However, my conviction in my analysis was cemented when I observed this. An anti-gravity device, almost identical to one that featured in a dream of mine only the other day, in fact.
Well, I mean, it blows. Anyway.
But then why does it have a clock on it?
A most relevant question indeed. That is a timing device that controls when the gravity direction will switch.
I mean, he's not wrong.
It was clearly a requirement for the engineer to be able to restore normal gravity automatically. And the commotion we heard earlier from the other side of the door was the moment that the restoration occurred. Yes, the reason why everything in here has been turned upside down is because of the anti-gravity device. So you see, we need look no further to explain the state in which we now find this room. The direction in which gravity acts in here was reversed by Mr. Drebber, before being restored to normality in an automatic fashion sometime later by the time device. I've witnessed precisely this scene in a dream I once had when I fell out of bed.
Conclusion: because gravity was reversed. Gravity's a constant. So if you're lost, Sholmes thinks that gravity in the room was reversed.
Now, let us consider the next conundrum. What was our engineer friend's aim? Indubitably, the greatest clue we have to explain his actions is above our heads.
Yes, how is it possible that there are footprints all the way up there on the ceiling?
A question whose answer will lend us neatly to the truth, my dear madam. The reason there are footprints on the ceiling is because of the nearby skylight. Of course, Drebber's aim was singular: to escape. However, there is but one way into this room, excepting the skylight, that is. By inverting the gravity in here, Drebber was able to fall conveniently to the ceiling and make his escape via the otherwise inaccessible skylight, leaving those footprints behind on the way.
So he just was able to stand on like a 30-degree angle? Yeah, okay, sure. Facing the wrong direction.
But the ceiling in here is very high, Mr. Sholmes. Like you. If the gravity reversal was sudden, wouldn't Mr. Drebber have fallen up to the ceiling rather violently?
Falling up is both scientifically and philosophically a rather interesting concept, I feel. But the man was cornered with nowhere to run, so escape through the skylight was his only option. You may recall that I found this in the other room earlier, which I believe offers a solution.
Oh, the rope. Are you into that, Mr. Sholmes?
Probably.
To reach the intended destination, what better tool than this rope? By anchoring one end to the wall, the man was able to lower himself safely to the ceiling. Which explains how Drebber was able to escape this room before our arrival. He reversed the pull of gravity and fled via the skylight. And personally, I should very much like to reverse the pull of gravity again now, just for fun.
Stay away from it, Sholmes. I mean, you know what, Sholmes? Why don't you go play with that outside?
Thus concludes Sherlock Sholmes' great deduction of this topsy-turvy puzzle.
I mean, that's an appropriate reaction.
Oof. Oof, oof.
She's completely spellbound. Mr. Sholmes, there's just one thing that troubles me.
I would expect nothing less. You're destined to be troubled by just one thing for the rest of your life.
Yeah, currently it's you, but anyway, the thing is such a thing actually possible? I mean, an anti-gravity device, I mean.
I would say that with man's current scientific knowledge, at the turn of the 20th century, it's no more possible than instantaneous kinesis.
Then why did you suggest it?
You know. But my dear fellow, when you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth.
You're not wrong, I'm just questioning your methods.
However implausible it may seem, improbable it may seem, I mean. It's a marvelous line, wouldn't you agree? One of my more enduring pearls of wisdom. I had Iris come up with it, exact phrasing. My original was clumsy.
We are who they thought we were.
We let him off the hook.
We let him off the hook. Does anyone else know what we're referencing?
No.
Oh, God. All right, let me
Is
find
that
it.
Dennis Green?
Fucking, I love Denny Green.
After 10,000
4
years.
picks against
I'm
Grossman
free.
and 2 fumbles. What do you see about the Bears? We shut them down that way?
No, we just the Bears are what we thought they were. They're what we thought they were. We played them in preseason. Who the hell takes a third game in the preseason like it's bull? We played them in the third game. Everybody played 3 quarters. The Bears are who we thought they were.
We let him off the
That's
hook.
why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Just fucking leaves. I fucking love Denny Green.
It's a disappointment.
That
Anyway.
was the correct response.
It was.
Okay.
They did. They choked the shit out of that game.
Classic.
Yeah. Why did I mention Denny Green? Oh, never mind. Yes.
All
I
right.
have a feeling I've read it in something that Miss Usato lent me once. Oh, one of Sholmes' fucking pearls of wisdom.
Objection.
Ma'am?
Actually, there is one other thing, Mr. Sholmes.
Ah, the spell's broken at last.
The rope we found was on the floor, wasn't it?
Indeed it was. In lonely coils near the wall.
But if Mr. Drebber had used it to escape in the way you described, wouldn't it still be tied to the wall?
No!
Mysteries inevitably unravel in the end, as I think you'll find, do ropes. And as evidence of such, you need only look at the mystery we faced in this room, now skillfully unraveled.
Huh?
I think perhaps we might need to give Mr. Sholmes the usual helping hand.
Oh, that was just one of those, like... Never mind. Blech.
I'm sure with some minor corrections, the great detective's great deduction will lead us to the truth.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just fix it like we do every other time. And we must do it quickly before Enoch Drebber gets too far away.
If you're ready, then let us resume. Erlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular.
All right, Cracky the Bear, let's go. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. You're too high to drive.
It's plain to see that this room is in complete disarray. The bed, the table, and chairs and the lamp, everything is upside down. Almost as if every item in the room had, until recently, been happily positioned on the ceiling, before falling straight down onto the floor. Every item... Oh,
Every item in the room was on the ceiling? Are you suggesting that...
indeed. The key here is gravity. It would appear that technology has at last succeeded in freeing us from the great pull of Earth.
It's actually really good background work for like a very fairly low budget game, to be frank.
Yeah, honestly.
The gravity in this room was reversed and then suddenly restored to normality. The inverted furniture clearly reveals the truth about the part gravity played in this whatever.
To think gravity could have been reversed in this very room. I find the whole idea utterly enthralling.
Yeah, that one was on auto timer. That was not me.
Only Mr. Sholmes could conceive of such an explanation.
But the man himself admitted it was a scientific impossibility. So...
Yes, you're quite right. We must completely discount the idea at once.
Oh, thank God. That's unusually merciless of you, Miss Sasato.
When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth.
You know, that's like saying that every number that it isn't helps us find the one that it is.
The great detective himself said so, didn't he?
Yeah. While refusing to part with his dreams of anti-gravity devices.
Yes, I suppose so.
Well, let's see if examining this topsy-turvy scene a little more closely reveals some proof that shows exactly what the gravity in this room was or wasn't doing. Well, that lamp's mounted to the wall. Yeah, that vase? That's the wrong direction. Well, I wasn't expecting to find a pretty bunch of flowers in here, that's for sure.
Ah, look at that.
I know, that slender little vase looks like it's about to topple at any moment, but the flowers are thriving. Somehow it makes you think of the fragility of life, wouldn't you say?
Be honest, Mr. Naruhodo.
That gay. Yeah.
Something else about it made a rather deeper impression on me.
The one it's about to make in my anus?
Take that!
The upright vase clearly reveals the truth about the part gravity played in this whole business.
Upon my word, Mr. Naruhodo, you've surpassed yourself by completely turning my argument on its head. Trying to impress your assistant here, perhaps?
I'm pretty sure she's a lesbian, Sholmes, but enough of that. No one is trying to steal your spotlight here, Mr. Sholmes. Trust me.
As you rightly say, though it appears at first glance that all of the furniture in this room is upside down. This unassuming, slender vase is standing keenly to attention. And unlike the large safe, there's nothing affixing it to the floor.
And it's the exception that breaks the rule.
In short, much as it pains me, gravity in this room was never inverted at all.
Correct. My deepest sympathies for your loss.
Oh, poor Mr. Sholmes.
No, don't patronize him.
But the show must go on. So, let us continue with our deductions. Now that we know this contrivance is not in fact an anti-gravity device, there remains but one other possibility.
You don't say.
Someone deliberately turned over every piece of furniture in here.
Does that say safe on the chair? The safe combination. Which might sound obvious, but that leaves one mystery very much unsolved. Yeah, it is a clock. Namely, why would anyone choose to do that?
Quite. And naturally, there's an explanation.
Uh-huh, sure.
Yes. The reason why everything in here has been turned upside down is because of the anti-gravity device.
He's absolutely determined that this device must have something to do with it, isn't he?
I'm afraid the lure of an exciting scientific explanation is too strong.
Well, there's no doubt that somebody did this. Somebody turned all the furniture over. So whoever it was must have had a reason.
I'm afraid nothing comes to mind at all, though.
Well, let's look around and see if the answer presents itself.
Dumbass forgot the safe combination.
Take that!
That's an easy one. Yes, the reason why everything in here has been turned upside down is because of the safe combination.
Precisely. I believe, Mr. Naruhodo, that you had a very similar experience once, did you not?
Yes, last year. When I bought a lottery ticket and noted the ticket number down on the inside cover of a book just in case.
That's it. For people are forgetful souls at heart, and always make a written note of important information.
Okay.
Just keeping the ticket itself safe would be more sensible, I think.
And what, pray, happened next, Mr. Naruhodo?
When the day of the draw came round, I'd forgotten which book I'd written the number in and had to turn my room upside down to find it.
That's it. For people are forgetful souls at heart, and always forget where they've noted things down.
Oh.
Not if you always note things down in the same place.
I actually won the second prize, you know. But I couldn't remember which magazine I'd slipped the ticket into.
Thank you, Mr. Naruto, but I believe I've proved my point now. Which is that the very similar scenario has clearly unfolded in this room.
Finding himself requiring access to the safe, the occupant of this room needed the combination code. He remembered that he'd written it down on the underside of a piece of furniture, but forgot which one.
Leading to the state in which we now find the room. Yes, Mr. Drebber overturned all the furniture in here in a desperate hurry to locate the combination code that would unlock the safe.
Was that really?
Now, let us consider the next conundrum. What was our engineer friend's aim? Indubitably, the greatest clue we have would explain his actions above our heads.
Yes, how is it possible that there are footprints all the way up there on the ceiling?
A question whose answer will lead us neatly to the truth, my dear madam. The reason there are footprints on the ceiling is because of the nearby skylight.
Well, if a change in the direction of gravity can't explain it, then how did those footprints get there?
Yes, I feel as though that particular mystery has just become even harder to solve.
I can't think of any other way to explain it at all. Oh, life was so much simpler in those halcyon days. Gravity could be reversed.
It was minutes ago, and those halcyon days never existed in the first place.
Well, I suppose we must simply put our faith in Mr. Sholmes and observe the area in more detail.
Putting our faith in Mr. Sholmes is what gets us into these situations in the first place. It's hard to believe, but there's a shoe up there. Look.
Oh yes, and there are more footprints on this little balloon too. Perhaps the shoe was thrown up there and became lodged, do you think?
If so, then judging from the number of footprints, it must have been thrown up several times. Why would anyone be throwing shoes up at the ceiling, though?
Oh dear. That's beyond me, I'm afraid.
Take that!
The reason there are footprints on the ceiling is because of a nearby shoe.
And on closer inspection, there are clearly footprints all over the balloon as well. In other words, the aim was never the skylight at all, but the balloon.
But for what purpose?
A green balloon. That seems somewhat familiar.
Ah!
It was a piece of a green balloon's envelope that Mr. Naruhodo and Iris found at the scene.
And inside the green balloon that Master Guts claimed he saw above the stage when the incident occurred was the second birdcage, the crux of the whole instantaneous kinesis deception.
You mean to say...
If we assume the balloon in here is a model of the one that was used on that day, there's a strong possibility something may be concealed inside it.
Smash it like a piñata!
Something our absconder was desperate to retrieve before making a hasty getaway.
But the balloon's out of reach.
Hence why he resorted to a projectile, namely the shoe.
Ah!
Most probably, Drebber intended to tear a hole in the envelope by assailing it with the shoe. However, his efforts were thwarted when the shoe itself became a prisoner of those lofty heights.
Oh dear, we desperately need to examine that balloon. If only there was some way we could see inside.
You may recall that I found this in the room earlier, which I believe offers a solution.
Oh, the rope!
To reach the intended destination, what better tool than this rope?
Mr. Sholmes has managed to bring the deduction back to the rope.
Alright, I have to admit that was clever. So we just throw the rope up to the balloon and then pull it down to us on the ground?
Which is much easier said than done, I feel.
Okay, what if we just hang Sholmes?
a long time as well.
Why not
True.
use a time bomb?
Perhaps we need a more surefire method. In fact, we already have one of those, of course, don't we?
Take that!
Crossbow. To reach the intended destination, what better tool than this crossbow?
That was found at the scene, in fact.
And in all likelihood, belongs to Mr. Drebber.
If the man had only brought it away with him that day, he could have avoided losing a shoe at such a critical time like this.
And thus the legend of Shoeless Joe Jackson was born.
So, shall we?
Love a good crossbow.
Your curiosity is deeply stirred, I no doubt, my dear fellows. What is it that Enoch Drebber has hidden inside that balloon?
What the? A waxwork?
Indeed it is. A waxwork head inside a metal mask. A mask that is shut tight and fastened with a strong and quite impenetrable lock.
So we can't see the face inside, that means?
Just a moment. This is the head of a waxwork model? Does that mean? Oh goodness.
It's dead, Jim.
Yeah, it's dead.
I see you've joined the dots, Miss Susato. Excellent.
Ah! Of course, a headless waxwork model. The case of the abducted Madame Tuspel's model that you'd largely solved. It was only the head of the killer that was still missing.
Indeed it was. But I believe Madame Tuspels will now have to settle her sizable account with me. This, as you have now surmised, is the head of the infamous Professor.
Yeah.
But why is it here?
This conclusively confirms my suspicions. The man responsible for stealing the Professor from Madame Tuspels and returning it, sans tête, earlier today was none other than Enoch Drebber.
This is incredible. Professor Harebraine's case and the waxwork abduction they're inextricably linked by Enoch Drebber's workshop. The waxwork head has been entered into the court record.
Well, it appears our logic pleasure cruise has come to an end, my dear fellows. All that remains is, yes, to speak with the architect of this adventure.
The architect?
You mean Mr. Drebber?
As it seems quite impossible that he escaped via one of the skylights. Obviously, the man must still be here in the room.
What?
And his location should be abundantly clear. If you simply reflect on the journey we've made together during this deduction.
Enoch Drebber is right here. Somewhere in this room?
So, Mr. Naruto, will you do the honors?
Yes, indubitably. Mr. Drebber's hiding place must be the... safe. Before we gained access to this back room, we heard noises from in here.
Which tells us that the engineer was still in the building at the point in time.
He was in fact searching for the combination to his safe.
And pressed for time, made no attempt to right the furniture that he overturned in the process. From which we can deduce that his search for the combination happened very recently indeed. In summary, Mr. Enoch Drebber is, at this very moment, inside the safe.
Can you imagine being inside that safe, listening to these two fucking idiots do this for like 20 minutes?
Dude, I would be so fucking mad. I would be fucking livid. I'd be hoping that
I'm getting away.
Yeah, I'd be hoping I'd fucking have succumbed to fucking hypoxia before they open that fucking safe.
Oh my gosh.
But there's no peroxide in there.
Oh, I skipped that one. I'm sorry, Oni.
It's fine, I read it before.
Yeah, I was. All right, so we open the safe and start blasting, right?
So, Mr. Naruhodo? I think perhaps it's time we ended this game of hide and seek, don't you?
By opening the safe, you mean? Yeah, why don't we just use that massive hunk of dynamite?
What else?
Oh, let's see. The combination was 1...
432582.
I knew that. All right, then. Here
No,
goes.
you didn't.
Eat my ass.
Buy me something off my throne.
Sup, bitches? Sharky?
You found me.
Found me lying on the floor.
Sick dance moves, bro.
Watch as I pop and lock.
When you have to be the most steampunk motherfucker that's ever existed.
Right then, sir. Mr. Enoch Drebber, I presume?
Correct.
You'd better start talking. You tricked Professor Harebrain with that bogus machine you built, you dick.
And you shall have to explain the theft of the waxwork from Madame Tussballs as well.
Whilst I would be delighted to answer your many questions. Personally, I would advise that you deactivate my little parcel first.
Deactivate?
Your parcel?
Cool guys, don't look at explosions. I refer, of course.
Look, man, it's 20 to watch, 30 to participate.
To the time bomb, I left in a most prominent position. I see. Stunned silence. You're all gearing up to die with me, then.
No!
Throw it out the window.
Mr. Sholmes with only 7 seconds to spare.
That was too close for comfort. I've got like 1 foot in the grave already, Sholmes. Why do you do this? Every time.
Are you trying to help us get a killer or get us killed?
Mr. Sholmes' deductions can be completely life-altering, can't they?
Well, my dear fellows, that was a close shave. The resemblance to an anti-gravity device is really quite startling, I must say.
Anti-gravity devices don't exist.
Said you.
I wouldn't push it, Mr. Sholmes. What on earth happened in here, Mr. Drebber?
You've found me, haven't you? No need to screw me down any further. Everything in here is precisely what it seems.
Yeah, we'll be giving a thorough going over. Don't you worry, Trevor.
Ellipses. What fails to click, 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 click with me is how you were able to locate my workshop that I was not expecting. When I heard whistling from the other room, I knew it was time to bolt.
Whistling?
That would have been me.
Oh,
For some reason, I woke in fine fettle today.
No words, just tightly squeezed chips.
Clearly, I must have a screw loose, though, as I could not remember the combination for the safe. And another one loose, as I couldn't remember on which piece of furniture I'd written it down.
We also found a rope over by the wall.
My anti-gravity device was not working, so I needed the rope. It was too short. I set about searching for the combination code to open the safe.
And burning the incriminating blueprints, don't forget. Regrettably, though, you failed to retrieve the head from the balloon among the rafters.
Ellipses.
And after that, you hid yourself inside the safe? Having first set this parcel ticking.
Well, I had no intention of being nailed by the police.
Got a death wish, have you? Hiding right beside a titanium time bomb.
Please, why do you suppose I chose to hide inside the safe? It's no ordinary safe, specially designed. A dynamite explosion would not leave a scratch on it.
So, in fact, the safe was the only safe place.
Precisely.
but once you climbed inside, you wouldn't have been able to get out again.
I invite you to look more closely. The safe is fitted with a handle on the inside to allow the door to be unlocked from within.
Ah, so it is.
I had always intended to blow this place to smithereens. I just wasn't expecting uninvited guests to come along and screw me.
Do you mean to say Lonnie. You were planning to blow this all up.
No, that was unforeseen.
What do you mean?
As I pop and lock, most people will run when they see a bomb at their feet. I was assuming you were smart enough to survive. I was wrong. I calculated the time required for retreat to a safe distance and set the device accordingly. You were busy monologuing. Your endless discourse threw a spanner in the works.
Is something wrong, Gregson? Do I have something on my face? Besides the usual eyes, ears, nose, and mouth?
I think we have a fairly good idea of what's been going on here now. But what about the 2 incidents you've evidently been involved in recently?
Ellipses.
Professor Harebrain's instantaneous kinesis experiment at the Great Exhibition, and the waxwork model you stole, which this head belongs to.
That's no ordinary head, you know. That's the head of the professor. Clad in a mask with a lock so strong, I'm unable to open it safely to reveal the killer's identity. I've been considering carrying it around as protection.
I'm trying to remember my voice for her. What's going on here, Gregson? I'm sure you're aware that I have sole jurisdiction to investigate here.
Yes, well,
Dr. Scythe again. So the forensic investigation team are here.
And you know full well this engineer is a key witness. What? Why are you allowing this lawyer access to him? If Lord Strongfart knew of this, you'd be finished. You lot, leave at once.
Yes, Mom.
My dear madam, there's no need for such a threatening tone, I assure you. After all, that's no way to greet an old acquaintance, is it, Dr. Scythe?
Hello, Holmes.
Mr. Sholmes knows Dr. Scythe?
Intimately.
If it's protecting the machine next door that's causing such a sour expression on your face, you are quite misguided. It's really nothing more than a shell you...
Get out.
But of course, we'll show ourselves the door. I see you haven't softened at all. Mr. Naruhodo!
Yes?
It would appear that our delightfully entertaining investigations have run their course for today.
But Mr. Sholmes...
Let us leave this place in the doctor's capable hands.
I said get out now. all of you. Your presence here is not required either, Gregson.
Understood. I'll just say one thing before I head off. If it wasn't for this lawyer and his companions, we'd never have found into this place, and this whole workshop would have been blown to bits. There was a time bomb set in here. This lot disarmed.
Inspector!
Something's giving you a chuckle, has it, Trevor?
You know what the chuckle is?
That this is where we're gonna leave it?
Yeah, we'll find out in 3 weeks.
Fuck you.
No! Well, alright. Well done, friends. That was a nice chunk of progress tonight.
We did it. Hooray.
We did it. Good job. I'm proud of you all. Maybe if you're nice, we'll have cookies and juice boxes.
Yay! Cookies and juice boxes!
Because they are the sleepiest of the bunch and also enjoy a good cookie and juice box, give it up for Oniheart.
Yeah. I'm tired, man. Omega Strikers. Thank you and good night.
Well said. Well said.
I can't hold push a talk and clap at the same time.
Anyway, play Omega Strikers with this man. Speaking of cats and hats, it's Lil Sharky.
Hey folks, be nice to your moderators. Tell the people that you love just how you care. And come see me on Speed Gaming way too late Saturday night.
Yeehaw!
Thank you. Be nice to your moderators.
Yeah. Speaking of being nice, they still don't know how PNGs work. It's Chrisseries.
My name's Chris Arias. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. And I also run Raid Group Blitz in Final Fantasy XIV.
Also a Final Fantasy XIV enjoyer, it is Shy.
Yes. Hi. I'm Shy. I play video games. I stream. Like Juan said earlier, we've got a lot going on this week, and we hope you come by and enjoy it with us.
And speaking of Lon, it's Lon.
Hi, I'm Lonnie Ikea. I'm not on vacabun. I'm gonna almost finish Star Ocean The Divine Force, and I'm gonna show off Occupy Mars, which is gonna be in early access on Wednesday, which is why I'm showing it off on Wednesday. So wishlisted on Steam because they sponsored me.
To show it off on Wednesday.
To show it off on Wednesday.
To show it off. I'm not
On
allowed to show it
Wednesday.
off for less than $52.
For $3,000 a month, I will just not.
Yeah, that's on sale from $5,000. Anyway, I'll do my plugs and we'll be out. Anyway, thank you all so much for fucking hanging with us tonight, and thanks again to our friends at Capcom for the game. Come hang out with us in the Discord if you want to chill, talk about music, talk about food, see pictures of Japan. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube, there will be a literal torrent of content going on and going up there while we are away. Check it out. We'll thank our friends at Skytech. Check them out if you're in the market for a new PC. And if you're a tea drinker, check out the blends we put together with Adagio. The proceeds benefit the Trevor Project. Last but not least, you want to support the Stinky Cat Boy? Check out the Throne wish list. If you don't have one and want one for yourself, let me know. I've got codes. But with this, we're going to call it a night. We're going to go raid Moxie. And thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. We got some more fun things planned. Bye.
It's mine. I've been doing CSS. And it hurts my head.
Anyway, say goodbye to the weirdos on the internet.
Bye, weirdos on the
What's up,
internet.
the internet? See you in 3